The clock. Who knew? What such a community that I've been heavily influenced by has led me, and it wasn't their fault, it was all me, to make this video. Today's video I'll be discussing everything. Well, probably not everything. There's like some sensitive stuff that I don't really want to get into, but there's a lot that needs to be acknowledged as to why I'm shutting down this channel, and if making a fresh start is even possible, I don't think I'm going to be going back to clocks at all anytime soon, or even anywhere in the near future. So without further ado, let's just get started. I'm not going to name any names simply because I don't want these people to feel like targeted or anything, because I've seen too many exposure videos where those who are, if they're mentioning the people who are involved, I feel like they just go specifically just target them. So I'm not going for that kind of deal. So, alright. Basically, I started getting into clocks at circa March of 2025. And ever since, it's just been, here, let me pick up the camera real quick. Got a decent collection, I must say. That I was pretty proud of. But they're all being sold. Well, one, I already sold a Beehive recently, but anyways, we set you back down. So, these people found out that I have a horrible lying problem. And I've had this lying problem for as long as I can remember. My parents, well, obviously they know I have it. And what's worse about that is it's like the most basic thing that you should learn how to stop. And I just straight up didn't. This the lying thing got so out of hand. For one, I haven't been able to keep steady relationships for very long, because when I lie about so many stuff that, at least from my experience, I'm afraid that can and will be used against me, which has happened before. Anyways, I'm not saying this to justify anything of what I did. It's just something I just thought I'd put out there. Anyways, I've been clock collecting since March 2025, I'd say. I was in a great community. Absolutely hilarious group chat. Also, I will not be naming the group chat or, again, people in it, because I want to keep their identities, confidential, stuff like that. Long story short, I'm just going to cut to the chase, because, I don't want to go off, introductions, oh, here's how we met here. Here's when we went to this dude's place. Because, too much information. Anyways. I heavily betrayed them, because I misinterpreted, well, I don't think, okay, pardon me, because this is something else I should list. Under pressure, I changed my stories to try and protect myself. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. So, what I'm probably gonna say might be bullshit. My lying is so bad that I haven't been able to tell the proper truth for as long as I can remember. Anyways, I since started I just misinterpreted something somebody said. I misinterpreted as shit talking, which I could have just told them if I had fully understood. Dude, I didn't understand what you were saying. to this person about this person. I need you to like run it back or make it clear. Plus, I was on weed at the time, so it made it worse. But even then, even if I wasn't on the weed, it probably still would have been just as bad. After that, God, it's hard for me to come up with stuff on the spot. After that, the person woke up, got pissed, and then just started like, you know, like understandably pissed based off the things I misinterpreted and told them, because I thought that they were talking shit about both of us. But anyways, at this point, I'm probably being laughed at because none of this shit's gonna add up, and I know it's not. This is but I'm making this video anyways, so you guys know not to make, you know, who to not be. Don't be this guy. Anyways, big miscommunication happened. And then I, understandably so, was interrogated for it because, like, you know, I basically almost split up a very good, I don't know how many year-long friendship between two people that have been in the clock community. You probably know, you would know their names if I told you, but I'm not going to say them. But I almost like split a friendship with two very popular clock collectors, which is a horrible thing to do. And I didn't understand the severity of it until like the next day. That when I realized that I was told like how badly they were, like, one was the one that was, like, you know, the whistleblower was so scared they didn't even want to talk to them, and they just said they were doing schoolwork, when in reality they were just so scared to speak to them. And it was like, they just didn't want to talk to them at all. There's a few other things that occurred outside the clock community that were some really horrible decisions of mine that if I mention them on YouTube, then this stuff will all get taken down. But I want this video to remain up as long as possible, so like the information can spread. Well, whatever bullshit I'm spinning out right now. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Do not trust me. My lying is telepathic. I change my stories. I don't learn lessons. I'm very gullible. So basically, if I'm like lured, especially when I well, lately, as I was thinking about the second situation that I'm not going to tell anyone about, but people already know. I think I was lured, but I don't know. Long story short, I should be in jail right now. My immediate solution, which I was speaking to them about for like a while, because I thought of myself even then as a horrible person. I wanted to join the military because I wanted to get an escape and, like, you know, just get out of there so I couldn't cause anybody any more harm. That's what I'm thinking. Like, joining the military is going to set me straight and actually teach me the valuable life lessons the hard way, like the very physically hard way. God, this is not a very well thought out video, is it? But this is all being recorded like raw, unedited. I'm not editing any of this. time. It's like I'm 34, some, yeah. But yeah, I messed up. I really did. And another thing about me is my emotions tend to set in extremely late. Like, I didn't realize like the severity of what I did until after like everybody cut contact with me, and then I realized, oh my god, I really fucked up. And it hit me. I'm a fucking monster that shouldn't be running free like this. I'm leaving out so much information right now because of how, like, seriously bad it is. There was a Bible verse that I was looking at in church. I forgot what it was, but it was something in John. I think he was like, I don't know. I can't think of it. It's something about confessing your sins, and I just never confessed. I would always hold them back because I was scared. I was always scared of repercussion and what would happen. So I would just lie to keep myself out of things that didn't seem like a big issue. And in reality, if I would have just told people, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. There's 2 words of advice that I'm going to give out. Don't lie, and don't do weed, and don't drink. 2 out of the 3 things have caused this, and that is lying and weed. I'm sorry, guys. I messed up. I messed up real bad. Honest to God, I'd do anything to just turn time back and just like make shit right, but I'm not honest. I'm not honest at all. I'm a terrible person. I shouldn't be trusted. And quintessentially, I'm basically a threat. How much time we're on? We're on 13 minutes. The clock community meant so much to me. I felt like I actually belonged somewhere. Like, rail fanning was kind of just like a thing that's always been there. Somehow they still managed to put up with my BS. Even after I gave them the gist of what happened. None of this should be put up with. I'm a horrible person. But I'd do anything to take it all back. It's not like I show no remorse for anything I do. I'm not heartless. At least I don't think I am. But then it's bad enough if you don't know if you're heartless or not. So here's the plan. I'm obviously not getting back in the clock community anytime soon. I don't think I'm welcome back into it, ever. Because let's face it, if I was to put effort into changing, I would have done it a long time ago, and I clearly haven't, so. I see no reason for them to bring me back at all, unless they have visible proof that I've changed myself for the better. So now, I'm going to get rid of my clocks. They're all listed on Facebook Marketplace at varying prices. Of course, some things were promised to some people that now that the friendships were cut, cannot be given. I still have a way I could probably relay it to them, but I don't know. My clocks are going to be, if they don't sell on Facebook Marketplace, then I'm going to spread them between two different places. There is a clock shop in Yelm, Washington called Mount Rainier Clock Repair, run by a guy named Lance. He's a good friend. He's a very good friend of mine, and I'll see if I'll have him listed there. And the other half of my collection is going to go to a clock repair place in Chehalis called Jerry's Clock Shop or something. I forgot. I haven't been there in a while. But they were the ones that fixed my Youch back there, and Lance has been fixing a good chunk of my clocks that are still at his shop that I unfortunately won't be able to see them fully finished because well, I'm gonna take them back and sell them. Bad decisions were made. I severely messed up. It's not that and once again, I still have emotions for what I did. I'm still a bad person, but I showed remorse for what I did. And the day I attended church, I was gonna get baptized twice, and then I backed out. I don't know why. I probably should have, but even then, I seriously don't think I should be forgiven for the sins that I brought upon this world. The one specific sin that I brought upon this world that the group all know of. And here's the hint. There's a very funny dance in Florida that describes what it is. And I'm not one of them. I didn't want to become one of them, but now I am. And once you have this title, there's no getting rid of it. I can picture in my head people in the group laughing at my stupidity right now. And they should be. Because what I did was absolutely wrong. Now I know I'm just thinking horrible things about look, I'm also an overthinker, so everything that's going through my head right now is all negative thoughts about them and like what they're thinking about me. But I don't know. Best case scenario, everybody moves on and we just go our separate ways and that's it. Worst case scenario, I end up in jail or end up being hunted down by cartel. I'm not gonna say who sent the cartel after me, but that's one thing I've been scared about since the whole thing like disbanded and all that. But yeah, all my clocks in here are for sale. They're all going away. This video was made very sloppily. I'm sorry about that. And my emotions definitely had something to do with, like, if you can see this as bullshit, then it's probably not the right watch for you. I don't know. It's probably gonna. I'm not gonna take this down because people need to see this. But as of right now, I am no longer seeing myself in the clock community. I'm only a rail fan because they can somehow put up with my nonsense. Okay, that was all. Feel free to call me out for my nonsense because I know this isn't a very well thought out video. I didn't rehearse this at all, so even this is probably not going to make sense. So, but this video is an example of who you don't want to be. So, I guess that's it.